movies. We didn't know what we had. TV, movies, back when life wasn't so bad. Life is layered like a cabbage. It's time for movie baggage. Movie baggage. Now it's time for movie baggage. Hello, everyone, and you know what? I've never asked you, Vic. Do you want to do the intro to the show?
Oh my God. I've been waiting
Have
for
you?
so long for you to ask me this question. No, I
Oh,
don't.
okay. All right, fair. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Movie Baggage, the podcast where me and my co host break down movies from our childhood and decide if we were scarred for life by them. I'm here with the Queen of Sarasota, Victoria Lear. Vic, what's up?
Hello.
And
Hello.
she's doing a queen wave if you're listening and not watching. I am, of course, Jake Palmer, other co host and podcast
Yeah.
extraordinaire.
Yes. King of Bradenton.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Not
Uh,
as good as Queen of Sarasota, but it's adjacent.
hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, Vic, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling all right. On Monday I did physical exercise,
Oof.
and yesterday I was in pain, and today I can barely walk. And I don't understand why there's like a 3-day delay to feeling what exercise is.
Yep, yep. It's sore, doesn't it?
It hurts, and I don't like it, and I don't know why anyone does physical activity,
I don't either.
right? How, how does anyone function for days afterwards?
Well, they have muscles, so it doesn't hurt as much.
Ah,
I think that's what it
well,
is.
can't I just pay money or take a pill and have that function like that? Is there not some way to achieve
Uh,
that without effort? I thought this was America.
I'm sure there's a pill that can make you feel like you can lift a car.
That, that's what I need. An inflated sense of strength. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh
Definitely a thing I
boy.
need.
You'd be picking fights in the street.
Yeah. How about you, Jake? How you feeling?
I'm a little nervous. I have a feeling tomorrow I'm going to be walking into a cougar trap.
A cougar trap.
Something
Tell me.
you have to look out for it in Florida, guys. Whenever you're here,
Mm-hmm.
it can happen at any time. Cigar bars, wine bars, they will trap you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Walking the bridge at a reasonable hour of the morning, like going for a brisk walk, they're out there too.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
what?
you think you're gonna get cougar trapped?
I think so. The older woman from improv asked me to help her friend with, I don't know, social media or something. I'm like, sure, I could
Mm.
try. I'm not an expert or anything, but I do have my own podcast.
Yeah.
And so so she texts me, uh, doesn't say anything about it, just says, we'll meet at a coffee shop. You pick the one. Already I'm like, okay. I don't know where you live or anything, but I'll pick one. Here. Like, okay, great. And then I mentioned it to her friend yesterday. Hey, I'm gonna meet your friend. Still not sure what she wants exactly. She's like, oh, just social media stuff. Oh, and she's really smart and funny. And
Oh.
walked away.
Oh, and by the way, she's single too.
She didn't say
And
that.
by the way, she's looking for a younger man in her life who understands how to restart a router,
Mm-hmm.
what they're looking for. I don't live in fear um, of a cougar trap, I think for obvious reasons. I
It could
live in
happen.
anticipation. I live in anticipation of turning into a cougar. I am yet a cub by cougar standards. Uh, and one day I will grow up to be a woman of that will strike fear into the hearts of younger men. And that's all I've ever really wanted. That's
All right. I think you can be pretty scary already.
right. I think it's reasonable. I think I could get there. I think I'll make a fine cougar.
Oh, I'm sure you will. This kitten's got claws.
Oh. Oh.
Well, anyway, I'll let you guys know what happens, or maybe not. You might never see me again.
No. You may never return. You may be, living down in Venice next time we speak and in
In some
an
mini
even
McMansion.
yeah, in an even more Hawaiian shirt than you already have on. And your primary concern may be chlorine levels in your pool.
Yep, I'll just be man in the pool every day
Yep.
in a Speedo.
Yep.
Ooh, it'll be hell on my skin.
Yeah, you're too fair skinned for that.
It's a living.
It's it's a way to live as a kept man of an older woman. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, before we get to the movie, old business.
Business.
All right. So, if you guys listened to the last episode, we talked about Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings.
Mm-hmm.
And I was devastated to find out there was a rap at the end of it that I didn't get to hear. Vic, of course, listened all the way to the end of the credits for some reason. I didn't. Usually they
What if
end what?
what if somebody in the credits has a silly name?
Oh
I
my
need to
God.
know.
You are thorough. But Vic listened to the end. Usually, all right, so there's a rap song at the end. Usually they start the credits with that, but I believe they were so embarrassed by this one that they left it to the very end. But you spoke it, which was great. But you said it sounded like Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I couldn't go back. My rental ran out, and I was not going to rent this again. But
Devastating.
I wrote down what you said, and I'm going to try to do it in a Johnny Cash voice if you want.
Oh, oh my God, I do want. I do want. I'm sure our listeners are like, yeah, please do a second performance in a new
All
variation of this rap song of Pumpkinhead 2.
right. Well, it's
I'm
not
here
long,
for it.
guys, so feel free to skip ahead 15 seconds if you want.
You better not. Those listeners will be dead to me.
All right. I'm not saying this is a good impression. I'm just going to try. God don't like ugly, some people say, but sometimes the bad guys seem to get away. Just as they don't want to choose the rules, but sometimes you need a sorcerer's tools. Black magic woman with a potion in her hand. That's the kind of justice I understand. Rumors spread and rumors fly, and I guarantee you this ain't no lie. A giant of a thing, it's been said. He's back from the grave to avenge the dead. He's about treetop high. He's got death in his eye. When he comes to life, somebody dies.
Yes!
Oh,
Oh my
thank you.
God. It's like the credits of Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings was playing all over again.
Did I get it?
Genuinely, that's exactly what it sounded
Oh,
like.
nice. Oh, thank you, Vic.
Unbelievable. I'm so excited. Duncan's gonna be embarrassed. That was puts
I haven't
Duncan to shame.
I haven't been talking to Duncan.
Well,
There was an accident.
oh no.
We were having a spoon off, trying to. We're still. If you guys haven't listened for a while, me and my cousin Duncan were gonna form a band where he sang.
Right.
Well, he was supposed to sing, and I would play the spoons, but he says he wants to play the spoons. And I was like, he sings our theme song, by the way. So I'm like, no, you're the singer. So we had a spoon off to try and, prove who was the best. He got his hand caught in the spoons and broke his fingers.
Oh my
Broke
God.
he broke like three fingers.
Duncan.
So I haven't talked to him since he got out of the hospital.
Wow. He'll never be the same. I know how much he valued those three fingers. They were the most important facet of his personality.
Yeah, he likes to do the okay sign a lot,
The
and now
okay
it's
sign,
it's
yeah.
all fucked up now. Hopefully
Right.
he'll be better. He'll he'll get use of his fingers again, but yeah, we're not talking.
Come up with some sort of new, like Hang 10, maybe. Should be his next.
Shaka, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no time to waste on useless people. This movie isn't about cripples.
Hold on.
Blood Wings.
I also rewrote the end of the Pumpkinhead rap.
Oh, to be better?
So yeah, let me
To
just say this.
include the word pumpkinhead?
Hold on, don't spoil it. All right.
Oh,
So here, I'll just read the last part. A giant of a thing, so it's been said. He's back from the grave to avenge the dead. He's a bad motherfucker named Pumpkinhead.
yes.
How hard is that? How hard is that, man?
You have to imagine that whenever the producers and director, like whenever the people in charge got that rap, they were like, "Are you fucking kidding? Did we pay him for this?" Like,
I guess no one was there to oversee it. He just handed them a tape, and they're
it
like,
is.
"What the hell is this?"
I hope to God that one day we get answers. I hope that the production crew feels that enough time has passed that they can speak on this matter
Oh shit, Vic. Are
because
you saying we make a documentary on Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings behind the music?
I'm not saying we shouldn't do that. I'm not
Ah, all
saying
right.
that we
Quit your
shouldn't.
job. Quit your job. Let's do it. Tell your family you'll be back.
I've abandoned
We
my
gotta go
child.
across country and find out what was going on the set of Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings.
Yeah. Yeah. When did the various actors and actresses realize that the rap was shitty? And did that impact their ability to perform, knowing that a 90s movie would have a bad summary rap at the end of it?
Yeah, they're like, this is not gonna chart as well as we hoped.
Yeah. This is not the movie we're here to talk about.
I know. Uh,
Yeah. I feel like you're delaying for some reason. You're maybe trying to keep us from getting to the super amazing, awesome movie that I fucking love that we reviewed.
oh, okay. All right. Let's get to the movie of this week.
Yeah!
Free Willy, a huge
Yeah!
90s movie for us kids who were there.
God, I loved it.
1993, the movie about a whale.
Orca, specifically.
But I'm
Technically not a whale. It's fine. It's confusing. Orcas don't look at me like that. Orcas are technically not whales. They're also called killer whales, and the movie calls them whales a lot. But even the movie sums up that they're not really whales. It's just a minor. It's a misnomer.
their
Fine.
whale size. You gotta admit that.
That's true. Colloquially, they are a whale in size. Not not biologically. They are not whales. They're porpoises.
All right, guys. Let's see, we're gonna be getting into it this episode.
It's gonna be a long episode for Jake.
All right, we open on unless oh no, this is the opening credits. So
Hey,
we
hey, hey,
open
hey,
what?
hey, excuse me, excuse me.
What?
You don't want to ask about what this movie was like for us before we rewatched it? What
All right.
what this movie meant to us? Don't throw out the
Sure.
format because you want to race through this film, this pivotal movie of my childhood. You picked this, and I
No,
was
I
just
didn't.
on
No,
board.
I didn't, Vic. You
Yeah,
picked this. I love your selective memory. You
no,
picked it for
no,
sure.
maybe I put it on the list for sure.
God, you're unbelievable. You picked this 100%.
Anyway,
I,
anyway,
all
did
right,
you watch
fine.
this
All
as
right.
a kid?
As a kid, of course I did. I think everyone did.
Yeah.
I guess I liked it. I don't have a whole lot of memories. I have two memories from this entire 2 hour movie. But I mean, as a kid, I think I liked it generally. It wasn't one I was super
Mm.
excited about, but you know. Got a whale in it.
Got a whale in it.
Oh, gotcha. You said it.
It's
You called it a whale.
I loved this movie as a
Hey,
kid.
hey, I got you. Didn't admit it. You said it was a whale.
I was repeating what you said.
Mm,
The form of
you
mirroring
didn't
used
hold
in
up quotation
improv.
marks. Anyone watching video, we didn't see quotes.
Uh,
Got
I
ya.
admitted I admitted that colloquially we could call it a whale anyway.
All right, can we please be colloquial?
Fine. Fine. All right, we can be colloquial.
Thank
We can be
you. We've
colloquial.
known each other long enough.
Yeah. I adore this movie. I saw it
Okay.
in theaters. We
Wow.
owned the VHS, and I think when it came out on DVD, we rebought it on DVD.
Whoa.
So that we would have it
That would
in.
be years later.
Yeah, well, because VHSs, if you religiously watched them, rewinding them and
No, you broke
watching
it.
them would eventually break them. We never broke Free Willy, but we broke the original Star Wars. And when we went to repurchase it, we couldn't find a copy that didn't have the later bastardizations of CGI
When
added in to the
so you
old
were
ones.
already hating that back then,
Oh, absolutely. I
even as a
absolutely was
kid.
already hating that. But oh, absolutely as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't understand why you would do something like that. Like why you would go back and retroactively just alter a film that was extremely successful and that people liked. It's fine to continue on and make new content, but I didn't understand why it was like unavailable to us to find this unedited,
All right. You're
unbastardized
saying
cut.
Return of the Jedi isn't better with a soul singing guinea pig in it?
No, it's not.
Wow.
It's not better. It's all worse.
That was
Most
that was
angry about the
wild.
scene, most angry about the scene where they re-edit Jabba the Hutt walking up to the Millennium Falcon to talk to Han Solo, and it's like a hideous CGI Jabba the Hutt sliming his way along.
And he's skinny too. I guess he puts on weight between those movies.
I don't. I hate it. I hate it. It's fine. That's not what we're here to talk about. Stop trying to distract me from Free
Are
Willy.
you sure can't talk about Star Wars for a little longer?
No, we
All
can
right.
get to Star Wars on its own. What will have to be a mini series because there's no way I
I
can
got
stop
the
talking about Star
I
Wars.
we have the Phantom Menace on the list. That'll
No.
be a good one.
All I was going to say is that this movie gives horse movie vibes, but of the sea. It's a horse movie, but with an orca. And this movie stopped my sister and I from ever going to SeaWorld ever again. We
Wow.
watched this movie. I mean, and growing up in Florida, going to Orlando and especially because the tickets used to be so much cheaper for Florida residents, we made trips to SeaWorld and Disney and various theme parks up there really regularly, especially in the summer. And yeah, after seeing this movie, we both refused to ever go to SeaWorld again. And we have never been back since. And I will never go in the future. And I think rightfully so. Oh, I loved this movie. That's my point.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. I'm ready. I'm
Can we
ready now.
start it now?
We can go on to the opening credits.
All right. We open with a pod of orcas
Mm-hmm.
having the time of their lives, swimming in the ocean, wild and free.
Beautiful.
And they really set me up here for feeling sad. So they have this. Let me tell you, I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid, but when that theme song started, it hit me like a ton of bricks. The music brought me back. And yep, I'm back to being an 8-year old watching this movie and feeling sad.
Right.
So they show these orcas for a while, and it's cool to watch them. They're jumping. They're off the coast of, I don't know, Oregon or something.
Yeah, somewhere
Mountains in the
somewhere
background.
northwest. The land is beautiful, the ocean is beautiful, the orcas are beautiful. And if you didn't know the movie was coming, you could just be watching like the opening to a Planet Earth. It's very beautifully shot.
Yep, great wildlife cinematography. These are wild orcas, and camera's right up next to them, and they're just palling around with each other. I think there's a baby one in there. Cool. But after this, seeing how happy these guys are, we get to immediately sad because we got some scummy whale catchers in the water and they got these boats and they're trying to net our boy Willy.
Absolute immediate callback of all of this rage. Like instantly, I am enraged. And these asshole bastard fishermen, which I just wrote poachers, whaling, bastards in like all caps on my notes. I was so angry. I was like, no, no, you leave him alone. You don't do it. But
Leave Willy alone.
it's awful. It was gutting me. It was so
Aw,
sad. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't, for as much as in Pumpkinhead, you're not attached to almost any character the whole time, you're instantly like, these orcas are beautiful and should be left to their idyllic life in the ocean.
I
And,
got pretty attached to Pumpkinhead by the end.
well, to Pumpkinhead, not to
He
anyone
wasn't
else in the
too.
film.
He turned out not to be such a bad guy, right?
Tommy was the one we were attached to. No other character in the entire film was anyone attached to.
All right, yeah.
I'm instantly attached to
What about
all
the?
of
I
these
mean, the
orcas.
mayor was pretty cool.
Okay, let's now
Guitar
back on Free
playing.
Willy. How
All
dare you
right, I'm going
get
to
back on
admit
Free
something here. I teared up when they trapped
Willy?
Willy in a net.
It was horrible,
And I'm going to admit this just to you, Vic, nobody else. There are
right?
certain things in animal movies that will get me to cry every time. Anytime a dog saves a person or has like a job and he does it and helps
Mm.
people, I will cry. Balto, oh my God,
Oh my God, brutal.
he was such a hero.
Such a good dog. He's a good boy. He's
But
such a good
yes,
boy.
seeing Willy in that net, teared
And
up.
his family is circling outside the net crying for him. It's
Yeah,
awful. It's
yeah.
awful.
The
I
boat was
hate
called
it.
the Pequod, which I thought was kind of funny though.
I saw that too.
Pequod.
Pequod bastards.
I'm gonna
Gonna
Google that.
find that boat and burn it,
It was just part of a
sink it
movie,
into the
Vic. I don't think
ground.
it was a real whale catching boat. Oh, I looked it up. It's the name of the whaling ship in Moby Dick. I knew it.
Oh, that's what it was. I was thinking it was very familiar. I was thinking it was very familiar.
Yes.
Seems really ill-fated for a boat to act. It was probably just
It's a
for the
movie
movie.
boat. The
The movie
worst.
boat. Because boat people are usually very superstitious. I can't imagine any of them would actually name their boat after the Pequod.
No, I'm
Ill-fated
sure it's
vessel.
an Easter egg for some
Mm.
dorks out there who love Moby Dick.
I did have to write a 200-page report on Moby Dick once.
All right, let's go through this faster, Vic, because this is a long movie and we're literally still in the first 30 seconds of it.
Okay. Whining, crying. Orcas are sad. He's being captured.
Yeah, he's
It makes
caught.
you hate everything.
He's caught. They're going to put him in a sea park.
Humanity's the worst.
Cut to street urchins. And this is probably
Yeah.
the most exciting part of the movie to me.
Cute
Street
little
urchins.
degenerates.
Yep. And they're ripping off people left and right, going, oh, I'm lost. I need a bus fare to get home. And yep, they're just taking money from people,
Mm-hmm.
scamming them. He's not taking a bus.
My memory of this was he was like a big kid, like he was an older kid. And he's 12 in
He's
this
a
movie.
shrimp. He's a little shrimp.
But what I've realized is I saw this movie when I was 5. And so to a 5-year-old, a 12-year-old is basically a teenager. Uh,
Yep.
so in my memory, this was a teenager going through all of this. And then I'm watching it, and now that I'm a mother, I'm like, oh no, he's hungry. Why isn't that? I looked over at that other family that's staring at them like, oh my God, they're eating all this food. I'm like, you're not going to offer to buy this kid a fucking meal. If I was sitting there and I saw a kid eating table scraps, I would absolutely be buying that child a meal. You can't spit. I was angry irrationally at the family in the background.
I would have called for security.
No,
Security, get these street urchins out of here. I am trying to
I
enjoy my creme brulee.
apparently
Street urchins are making me ill.
I I was in full mother mode and I was like, look at this little street urchin.
Isn't there a
Someone get him a
fact?
meal.
Isn't there a factory these children can be working in?
Basically. But
All
no,
right, but
they're great street
they pull
urchins.
off a huge heist. They steal a big wedding cake out of the back of a van.
Yeah, I remember this. Oh, it was, I mean, the dream to just
Gore.
steal a whole wedding cake. And then they're living at a skate park, uh, like at a
Is that
big,
where they live, you think?
well,
They meet up
they're
there.
they meet up there and they just rip into this cake
Animals.
hands first. Yeah. It's I was thinking that if this was taking place in the same universe as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, these kids would be ripe for becoming a part of Shredder's gang.
Definitely would have been a more exciting movie if the Ninja Turtles were in it. But
Not
they
every
are
movie
not.
can be Ninja Turtles.
I know.
Some movies are dramatic and make you feel things, Jake.
Right. Okay. Well, we so the cops bust them, and I feel like they're busting them for the wedding cake heist. This is why they are being chased at night by police. Someone stole a wedding cake out of the back of a van. Get every man on it.
Well, so I took it as they're being sort of rounded up because they're all runaways, because they're talking about how they've all run away from a particular like orphanage or like so like facility for kids that are waiting to be placed in the foster
The
care
Xavier
system.
Institute?
Again, different movie, and we're not getting
Damn it.
sidetracked, Jake. Uh, so I took it as every single one of these
Jesse has the
kids.
power too. Talk to whales. That's his
Uh,
mutant ability.
he does have that ability, yeah. So I took it more as the cops come by this place to try and see if the runaways are hanging out here, and that they're trying to take them back to this facility or their
No,
foster
I think you're
families.
reading that wrong. I think they were being under surveillance by the FBI for multiple cake heists, and this
Cake
was them
heists,
closing the net on them finally.
right? Also, just I think as a kid, I just didn't read too much into why the cops would show up, because you get a gathering of teenagers anywhere and the cops will show up and chase them.
I hear
Kids don't
that,
have to
sister.
be kids don't have to be doing anything illegal for some old person to be like, what are
Yep.
those teens doing? And
Adults
calling
trying
the
to
cops on
shut us
them.
down, of course.
Right. Yeah. Go ask your cougar tomorrow why she does this. I'm sure she does.
You think she's part of the system, keeping us
I
down?
I think, I mean, first of all, she would have been part of the system that once kept us down. We are now on our way into the system that will keep the new youth down. Um, the system's no longer keeping us down. We're just functioning within it.
Keeping me down. You're doing
Oh,
well.
what can I say? I'm the queen of Sarasota.
Yeah, doing
Yeah.
very well. Nice. Are you wearing new headphones, by the way?
I'm wearing different headphones because my other headphones were behaving badly.
Oh,
They were not allowed to be a part of
so
the podcast.
you put them in the punishment closet.
Yes, exactly. How dare they?
Oh, these
Um,
ones look nice.
Thank you. Yeah,
Very slick.
they're fancy.
Hmm.
Yeah, but so they run from the cops. Our boy Jess and his main buddy Petey, and
Yeah, I would
they
have. This movie would have been much better if Pete had stayed in the movie. He's not in the movie after this. And I like this street urchin angle. It would be a lot more fun if they were getting up to stuff throughout the movie. But no, this is pretty much the last time you see him. They run from the cops, and strangely, now they decide we're going to start tagging with graffiti or spray paint.
Well, they break into like this shed that's there, and they find spray paint. And what I wrote down is, of course, like these degenerate street urchins, the moment they see a can of spray paint, they start tagging things with it.
Yeah,
They
crazy.
didn't have the
They're
spray
on
paint.
the run. They are literally
Yeah,
on the run right now. They're like, hey, let's stop and tag this shit. And they just
yeah, I mean,
waltz into this sea park.
well, so and that's the thing, is that I think that they sort of don't realize that they've broken into the sea park.
They
And
don't. That's
then
how bad the security is in this place, that kids just wander in to a
to be
full to an orca enclosure. They walk right
to
up
be
to the tank in the middle of the night. Nothing stops them. It is easy as hell to get in.
so
And they
we
start
will
spray
not
painting the tank. Vic,
we
we
will not go
cannot.
down this rabbit
What?
hole now. But that
Uh-oh. We haven't had a
of
rabbit hole in a while.
I know we will not go down it now. It should be at the end, but I will say that it was a 90s were a different time, and even the early 2000s, because one of the only four known fatalities from an orca was from a random guy just wandering into SeaWorld and getting in the tank with one of the orcas. So
No, he
even
didn't wander. He
SeaWorld,
didn't wander in, Vic.
no, he did.
If he's getting in the tank, we went there on purpose.
No, I know, but he just broke in
He
like the
broke in.
kids.
He
He
broke
broke in,
in. These
but he
kids didn't
didn't.
have to do anything to get in here.
No,
They
but
just walked in.
okay, but according to the security report, there was also no security to stop anyone from doing that at SeaWorld at the time, because they just assumed no one would actually do it. So he didn't make efforts to break in. He just walked in after hours and got into the tank. There was literally nothing stopping him
Oh,
because
you're saying
SeaWorld
there's no
didn't used to
doors,
have
no locked
security.
doors.
Yeah, like back in the early 2000s, SeaWorld, until this incident, had literally no security to stop people from showing up after hours. They just closed the front gates and assumed no one would jump them.
Wow. A
Yeah, and they
rare,
were
a rare lapse in judgment for SeaWorld.
yeah, rare. They're normally so well thought through everything they do. Anyway, I just want to say this movie has this happen a lot, and I thought, my God, that's so insane. And then when I looked up real life orca deaths, one of the only there's only four. Three of them are all committed by the same whale,
Oh yeah.
and one of them was somebody essentially doing this. It was like a young guy. He was like in his 20s, and he just sort of went after hours and
Probably
got
because of
in
this
the
movie.
tank. I mean, it's possible. It's
All right.
possible.
Well, they start spray painting the tank,
Mm-hmm.
get scared by the whale. Willy's in there. They're like, ah, monster. And they run, captured by the police.
Yeah,
They got caught. And now
pretty
we're in,
brutally too.
I guess.
He's got like a
We,
bloody nose. He's like tackled to the ground.
yeah, well, he's a filthy street urchin. He deserves it. We go to the, I don't know, police station for kids. I don't know, foster care.
I think they're just in a regular police precinct, but
All right.
it's
Well,
his
his
caseworker.
caseworker. A lot of caseworkers in the '90s movies, guys. We'll get to a few more where caseworkers are involved in these kids'
Yeah,
lives.
because we once had a difference between the police and social services, and now we've gutted our social service program and just have the police handle these things instead of caseworkers. It's fine. We're not going to talk about that either. I'm okay. Everyone's fine.
Good. Now, this caseworker tells it like it is. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He's like, kid,
No.
your mom doesn't love you. She's never coming back. You got to work with us. It's like, go to hell. What's this guy's name?
Dwight?
D. White. Dwight.
Dwight? Yeah, I think it's like Dwight.
It's Dwight, but I swear I heard him say D. White a couple times,
No, I
Vic.
think he does. He says it in a weird way. Um, Yeah, and he does say that. I think he even says "Go to hell, Dwight." It's like a
Yeah.
thing that's said in
Go to
this movie
hell, Dwight.
repeatedly. Hmm.
But I did write this is a good plot setup. That I mean, I guess if you buy that he wandered into this aquarium like so easily and while being chased by the cops and decides to tag it during it. If you buy all that, this is a pretty good setup. They say you gotta work for the aquarium now or the sea park.
Hmm.
Work off what you did to it. Clean up the spray paint.
They kind of have a setup when he's being arrested that one of the characters we meet later on, one of the like adults that sort of runs the park,
The
sees him
manager.
and yeah, and is sort of sympathetic towards him. Like it's is more like sort of his viewing of this kid being
All right,
tackled
I'm
and
getting
bloody.
bored. I am getting bored right now. It is yes,
Oh
the
God,
manager
it's
is
so
there.
good.
Okay, that's all that matters. Who
So the
cares?
manager, so it's like he's gonna give him a shot. He's not just gonna be like, yeah, charge him with, you know,
All right. So yes,
vandalism.
he's gonna do that, and they also throw, "Here's your new foster parents, kid," and he gets foster parents. And I wrote, "This dad is the poor man's Ray Liotta. He looks so close to being Ray Liotta, but he's not quite."
I thought he looked like a failed young Elvis impersonator.
I didn't get that at all, Nick. But
Mm.
I'm say he's the spitting image of Ray Liotta. If you need
I
to
would agree
save a
with
few
that too.
bucks.
Yeah.
And of course,
Yeah.
Jesse. The kid's name is Jesse. He's a dick to him. He's a rebel. He doesn't need foster parents, right? He's mean.
Well, and it's such a rough thing because like you don't get the sense that you know, as the viewer, it's not that I hate Dwight. Like he's being really kind of like you said, not sugarcoating things. But then we get to the foster parents and it's like you don't hate them either, but they're also not terribly likable. Like
Well, the mom is really
the
nice, but Ray Liotta is he's he's a blue collar man. He don't take shit. He just tells it like
he
it is.
yeah, when Dwight has him sign paperwork, he's like signing it and he's like, "Oh, I bought a car and it was so much paperwork." And as he's
Oh,
signing
oh
it, he
yeah,
just goes,
this is a line.
this is a lease. I ain't buying yet." It's like, Jesus, no wonder this kid doesn't feel like he can actually
I think he's a hun.
relax
I
in
think
this
he's right.
home.
The kid's a dick.
I mean, it's
If
true.
he doesn't change his attitude, yeah, get rid of him. You can't like
My
how long are you gonna
God.
keep a kid who's this like shouting in your face all the time? Fuck that. Get me a better kid.
Right, because that's definitely how you get good kids
Throw him
is
to the
by
killer whales.
having affection and care and nurturing being conditional on behavior you approve of is definitely how you get them to behave better.
Yeah, that's the way
Yeah.
I was raised. This kid has a
Uh
harmonica, which is important apparently. And
mhm.
I gotta say, I have a harmonica too. And it came in a little box, just like the little box he opens up.
Yeah, I actually will say that the Christmas following this movie's release, my sister and I both got harmonicas in our
Nice.
stockings and we
Hey,
played
so did
them
I.
all the time. Not
I can't.
well.
Yeah, I can't play mine. I never
You can't.
officially learned how to do it, but I
Yeah, we
can
just dicked
go.
around with harmonicas. Yeah, absolutely. I loved it. It was like, now I'm cool. Now I could run away from home. I have a harmonica now. I'm prepared
Yep.
for life in the outside.
So he's volunteering, cleaning up, and everything. The music is intense in this movie. We get a lot of ooh, and like quite the vibe the music gives you.
It's good.
A chill whale vibe, I'd call it.
Yeah, it's great. I think that it's
It's
been
all
a
right.
while since we've watched such a high budget film, and so the music being very good is pretty standard in higher budget films, but we've been watching some pretty low budget stuff.
Yeah. And
Uh
I'd say this is also doing what Patch Adams did, where we are covering up what some boring stuff with music. Nothing's really happening, but the music's trying to get you to feel something.
I'm not really sure. This isn't an action film. Like, it's
I
a
am aware.
drama.
Look, I
So
understand that. I understand that.
I
Well, I
don't
got
feel like you do. I feel like you have expectations of this
all right,
movie
all right.
and it's not meeting and you're getting angry that it's not more action packed. It's a
This is my problem.
drama.
This is my problem. It's mostly a kid interacting with a whale. There isn't that much drama other than him hanging out with a whale. Which, guess
There
what? The whale
isn't that
doesn't
much
talk. If the
drama.
whale talked, then we'd have a different story. That'd be awesome.
God.
But he doesn't talk, and it's a kid just hanging out with a whale.
I'm going to be honest, a lot of movies from my childhood that I loved are children just hanging out with animals that usually don't talk. So I feel like this podcast is going to get rough for you because
The horses don't talk in Horse Whisperer. What is he whispering to them if they don't talk back?
horses don't talk. They don't talk. I mean, they don't talk in Black Stallion, but I think they do talk in
I
Black
was hoping in
Beauty.
Horse Whisperer the horses would whisper something back.
No,
He's like,
no,
jump over this fence. Okay, I will.
it's about the connection and communing with a real animal.
Hey, Horse Whisperer, you're my best friend.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
thank you, Horse. Don't tell
I
anyone. Don't tell anyone.
I
It's a secret.
I wrote down
Don't
here
tell
that
the
when
other
he's
horses.
I'm gonna ignore this bit. When I wrote down
What the
here,
fuck? What the fuck, Vic? You're not gonna yes end that? Now you be a horse. Whisper something to me.
this is dumb. Just
Oh,
stop it.
you're a mean horse.
A lot of them are, to be fair.
Your ears are back right now.
Pinned back,
You,
baby.
you gotta give me props,
I want to talk about this fucking whale movie.
but give me props for remembering that. I learned that from
I will.
you.
It's good. It's important. You want to know when a horse is pissed because they may not weigh 3 tons like an orca, but I think they've got 1 ton, which is still enough to kill you. So you
All
should
right.
know when it's pissed as shit. Good job, Jakey.
Thank you. So we're in the park. We meet this woman who is a seal trainer. I'm
Mm-hmm.
skipping ahead to that part. I don't care.
Wow. Yeah, sure. I wrote Moody Boy meets Moody Whale. Heart.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
do a
sure.
little
He
heart.
meets the whale while he's cleaning and stuff.
Yeah.
They hit it
Also, he's
off.
cleaning up the graffiti. The graffiti is the word piss written
That was
a lot of
funny.
places. Yeah.
It's like that's as hard as they can go for bad language.
Yeah.
Piss. Oh,
Piss.
how uncouth. My
Um,
monocle fell out when I saw that. Oh
yeah,
my.
oh. Yeah, he's like enjoying the work, which is you know, I because I would too. Like even though it's you know, like it's a punishment, you're still hanging out at a water park with an orca. Be
No,
pretty
I'm of
freaking
course as a
sweet.
kid it would be awesome.
It'd be awesome. And then yeah, he meets this trainer lady who I will say as a kid, I thought she was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. I
Yep,
thought she was
she is.
gorgeous as a
I did
kid.
right, and I'm not judging. I'm just saying she doesn't have what it takes to be a horse diver. Let's just put it that way. If you know
We
what I
all
mean.
know if this podcast has established anything, it's that Jake has a fucking type.
I'm just saying, if she was trying to be a horse diver, she wouldn't have what it takes. That guy.
Whatever. She's a whale diver, a dolphin diver.
No, she isn't. The whale does not like her. That's a big part of the
That's
plot.
true. The whale
She,
doesn't like anybody.
I was paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
This does remind me. I went to SeaWorld, I guess it was SeaWorld, or it might have been Busch Gardens or something. Do they have?
They're the same. It's SeaWorld.
Oh,
It's
okay.
SeaWorld. SeaWorld and Busch, they're not the same. SeaWorld and Busch Gardens are owned by Anheuser-Busch. And so when you go to SeaWorld, it's usually called SeaWorld Busch Gardens, but there is a separate Busch Gardens that's just in like outside of Tampa.
Yeah.
Um,
And I saw like the seal show and everything. And oh
mhm.
my God, they had this part made me sick to my stomach. They brought like this tiny little girl up, dorky girl with glasses, and this fucking trainer, the sealed guy, is like, "What's your name, girl?" And she's like, "Oh, my name's Stacy." Stacy, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, I want to be a penguin trainer. You want to be a penguin trainer? Well, if you believe in yourself and you try real hard, he's got almost got tears running down his face doing this.
My
You
God.
can be one. Leave. And everyone's clapping. I'm like, what a bunch of horse shit. Oh my God, get me out of
Um,
here.
have you ever smelled penguins though? They fucking reek. Speaking of horse shit, penguins shit constantly.
If I
And it
were a
is a,
betting man, I'd bet that girl didn't become a penguin trainer.
I would bet. Also, you don't really train penguins. They're not particularly intelligent. I mean, I suppose you can do a little bit. Whatever, man. I've been around a lot of penguins in my life and they smell terrible.
Okay.
Would not choose that. That little girl had bad dreams and she should have been talked out of it,
All right. Well, he knows the manager now, who is a Native American.
right? We need to have our Native American sage, our
Yep.
man
And he
bestowing
just
wisdom.
tells him nobody can get along with that whale. That whale is mean. They captured him too old. Uh, if you did watch Blackfish, I know Vic did not, but in
No,
that
it's too
documentary,
upsetting.
they capture baby orcas. And in this
Yeah.
one, he says they captured Free Willy, or his name's Willy. First name Free, last name Willy. When they captured him, he was an adult, so he's not having it with these tricks and getting along with the trainers.
Well, and it's an interesting thing because the reason why
Is
I
it?
never watched,
Is it
well,
interesting?
yeah,
I hope
well,
so.
because the reason why I never watched Blackfish was because this movie made my sister, myself, and a lot of other kids we know really more aware of the practices that were being used here. Because that's true. Like, obviously, it's easier if you catch them as babies to domesticate them and, sort of, warp them into being compatible with living in captivity, and it's horrible. It's just awful. Like, it's
It
what a
is.
horrible thing to do for no other reason than to make money, Like, it's really disturbing
Well,
and
they try to dress it up as
sad.
education and helping with whale saving the whales and stuff. But in the end, they are doing big stunt shows with them. It is all about
Yeah,
money and putting on a show. We
yeah.
It is funny how
It's
surprised everyone was at Blackfish when that came out. And it's like, guys, it was all in Free Willy. What are we surprised about?
well, and Free Willy does say some stuff. Like, they keep saying things that are wrong and weird. Like, the trainer is like, yeah, most orcas are nice and smart, and this one's smart and mean. And I'm like, they're not nice. Their other name is killer whale. They're like known murderers who have a tendency to torture things they're killing for
Oh,
long periods of
that's
time for
horrible.
fun.
They like slap seals around like just for fun. It's
Yeah,
so
they're
mean.
violent
Beat the
killers.
shit out of them.
And it's like they're extremely intelligent, but they are absolutely carnivores that hunt in packs. I don't think they would be described as nice. Uh, it's insane that you would say that if you supposedly know more about them. And everyone's warning him to stay away from him, but they're not saying, like, oh, why? Because killer whales are exceptionally adept at killing things. Um, like, they're very efficient hunters. It's fine. They're not nice. I love them. I think they're awesome, but they should be left in the fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do think it's interesting. One of the things I looked up for this movie is when they were casting the whale, the orca for this, SeaWorld was sort of in contention with several of their whales to do this movie. And SeaWorld demanded a different ending to the movie
Yeah,
because they
when
did
you
not like the message that
go
it was
figure.
sending.
We don't like this message of letting our whales go.
Right, that there's something morally wrong with keeping them in captivity and catching them from the wild. And yeah, it's pretty funny.
All right, let's get to the villains of this movie since we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why this movie is so goddamn boring. Is I think the villains of this movie have about 3 minutes of screen time, 4 minutes maybe. They are hardly in this movie.
They're barely in the movie and they don't appear to put much pressure on people.
No,
There should definitely be more scenes of them. Like they sort of talk about it, but they could have just showed it. Like they could have showed like an actual argument between um the evil guys and the manager or the trainer.
no, they're always on the sidelines watching.
Right.
And but did you recognize the actors, Vic? These are huge
I did.
actors. These are
It's
titans of
it's
90s movies.
well, the evil henchman is the jump to conclusions guy in Office Space.
That's right. I was going to say that. He's hilarious. Not
Yeah.
that funny in this one. There is one funny part with him. And
Yeah.
then we got Michael Ironside, the main man from basically any movie in the 90s. Name a movie, Vic. Name a movie, and I'll tell you if he's in it or not.
Jurassic Park.
He's in it.
He is?
Oh,
No, he
yeah.
isn't. What?
He's one of the Velociraptors. Name another movie.
Oh, okay. Let's say The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
He's in it. He's the hump.
I actually didn't recognize him, so I don't know what he's from. I only
You don't
recognized the
recognize
henchman.
Ironside? Oh my God. He's
No.
in Top Gun. He is in
Oh.
Starship Troopers. He is
Oh.
in Total Recall. He's like your main bad guy for like any movie. The next Karate
Gotcha.
Kid, we oh man, the next Karate Kid is so fucking nuts.
Did
But
they do they show up? Yeah, they do show up before.
while they're doing the checkup on the whale is their main when you can tell, oh, they're bad because their Free Willy doesn't like having a checkup and he's throwing a fit, but they're still trying to get him to do it where they have him in that net
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the kid
And
lets him go.
the kid releases the net, and our Indian sage
Oh,
sees
good
that.
God, please call him a Native American, Vic. I'm
The
already
Native
getting tons of
American.
emails from my stance on gingers. I don't need Native
Yeah.
American groups on my ass too.
It's
If you'd like to
it's
email us at moviebaggagepod@gmail.com, by the way. I'm accepting all hate emails right now.
I I'm gonna have to find out if that's a real email address. I don't I don't want to say it isn't, but I don't know if you're being facetious or not, or if we have an email.
Yes, it's a real email, Vic. You guys can write to us. I will respond. I might even read it on the podcast.
Oh, we should. That would is this whole thing with the him in the medical net, is that before or after the kid discovers that Willy responds to his harmonica?
Who cares? But yes, the whale likes his harmonica playing. That's how they get along.
But isn't that so then it must be one of the next scenes is when he sneaks into the park at night.
Yes. Yeah, I like this part. He slips and falls, knocks himself out and falls into the tank, and I laughed and laughed.
Oh my god. That there were some things that were insane to me about that. One is that the slip he has, yeah, so he sneaks back in there to play the harmonica to the whale in the middle of the night. They have not updated the security in any way.
Nope.
They're just still hoping nobody comes in to the whale enclosure.
Sure, that was a one-off.
This is the thing that bothers me is this tank is not big and it's turquoise. The walls are painted turquoise. The whale is enormous and black and it's very well lit in this tank. Yet somehow the Willy sneaks up on people. He's always sneaking up on people in the glass. They're like standing next to the glass and then he just appears and they're like, ah. And this kid, it's the same thing. So he's playing the harmonica, hears that somebody's coming, stands up, slips, It just looks like he slips into the water, but clearly he must have knocked himself unconscious because he just floats to the bottom, like with no movement, although somehow he's still holding the harmonica.
Yep.
And,
Sometimes when you fall into water, you just go into rigor mortis and you can't
right?
move.
And then our Native American guy comes around and looks and doesn't see anything. I'm like, this tank is empty. There's nothing in it. You don't see a body in it. I don't know. It was weird. He walks away. Free Willy decides to save this kid, bring him to the surface.
Yep. You're thinking free lunch for Willy, movie over, kid eaten. Good
Yeah.
riddance to bad street trash. But
No. No.
no, the whale rescues him, pushes him up onto the edge of the tank. And
Mm-mm.
I wrote, this is not realistic. The kid just coughs out all the water once he gets pushed out of the water. Willy needed to do CPR on him,
Yeah, it's
which
not
I would have
realistic,
loved to
but
see.
he just regains consciousness and is fine.
What if
What
he just took
is
his
weird,
tail and smashed his chest with it and all the water squirted out?
what would have been more realistic and I think a better scene is if the guy came to check, saw the kid at the bottom, was racing to go get him, and then Willy brought the kid up and like sort of delivered him to the manager because then the manager could have done CPR and saved him, but you still would have had the effect of Willy essentially saving the kid. I
That
will
is a
say that,
great idea. Let's write the reboot right now.
right? I will say that the phenomenon of
Phenomena.
porpoises, phenomena, the the phenomenon of porpoises like dolphins are the ones that I specifically know examples of saving people from drowning do happen even in the wild. Like animals like orcas and dolphins are aware that humans need to breathe air and that we are not good underwater. And so oftentimes they will push us back to the surface if they think that we are struggling and they are bored.
I
they
guess.
there is there is like a weird number of people who've been rescued from rip currents and drowning by like just wild
Why?
pods of
You
dolphins.
are aware you're saying drowning.
What do you mean?
You now said it twice. Drowning with a D at
Yes.
the end. Do
Drowning?
you mean drowning?
There's
There's
no D in that word?
no.
What are you talking about?
Vic,
Drowning?
yes. Are you serious?
Yes.
Are we having a Pizza Hut blindness moment here? It's
I am
drowning.
so ups I'm so upset because the other day I was driving and I saw a Pizza Hut and I was like, that
There they
wasn't
are.
there.
There
That
they
wasn't
are.
there
It's been
yesterday.
there every
That
day.
wasn't there yesterday. That's never been there before.
Oh,
Um,
Vic, it is drowning. There's no D in it.
I refuse to change.
I love it.
I refuse to change. That's
Okay, don't you
horrible.
dare.
That's a difficult word to say. Drowning?
I, I've never had trouble with it.
Is there no D in that word? Is there no second D in that word when you
No,
spell it?
no second D.
Well,
Oh
it's
my
literally
God.
never been an issue before this podcast, and I refuse to change.
Okay, go ahead. I don't know. Maybe it's where you grew up. I don't know. Like, I will say my mom will say washing instead of washing, but
Warshing?
yeah, and that's just Tennessee sort of slang.
I don't know. I grew up here. I don't know what that says about me.
It says you're focused on other things. We know you know a lot about a lot. Some things are bound to slip through the cracks.
they just
But all
they
right,
just
you're
don't
right.
always
He was almost drowned. But
drowning.
but
Uh,
Willie saves him, and now they're friends.
yeah, yeah. And we get the he goes to the manager's house and gets kind of cleaned up and told like
Some whale wisdom.
whale wisdom. And when he is returned, the manager like drives him home because he's soaking wet, drives him home, and the foster dad is like, go inside and get cleaned up, son. And he's like, I'm not your son. He's like, yeah, I know. It's like, Jesus, these people, like, this family life is rough.
Vic, I looked it up. Drowning is a non-standard colloquial variant of the word drowning.
Ah!
It is
And we
it.
already,
We're being colloquial. I'll allow it. It is commonly considered a mispronunciation of the word, though.
oh, fuck those people. We're on colloquialisms
We're on
here.
colloquial time here on movie
I was gonna
baggage.
say, I swear that's the way people say it, but maybe it's like a
It's
region, maybe
probably,
it is sort
yeah.
of a regional dialect that I was unaware of.
Yep, must have been parents, maybe.
I have an accent. How
That's
quaint.
so fun.
Ooh, I'm glad it's not just me. I'm not like alone in the world of having said that.
I've never heard it like that. But
Wow.
yep, it is colloquial.
Oh, well, and this is an episode where we are saying that we are pro colloquialisms.
Yes.
Yes.
I said don't let Vic make any put it in your mouth jokes. We go to the whale feeding and they go, put it in his mouth.
I'm not allowed to do that.
Not allowed. I have it in the notes. Trying to make
Don't
a
let me
classy, we're trying to make a classy show here.
uh, about children. I'll say that the inside of an orca's mouth, you absolutely would not want to put it in there. That's a lot of teeth.
Good to
You seen that
know.
mouth?
We
It's
did see a
very
lot of it in this movie. For some
it's
reason, a
very
big thing
pink.
is tongue rubs. They like to pet his tongue. Like, what?
They they said that and I was like, you can't possibly be correct. And then I thought about it a little longer and I definitely remember a Planet Ocean or some sort of National Geographic thing about how orcas and dolphins and a lot of other ocean life will allow cleaner rasps and other types of fish to clean their tongue and mouth, and they love it,
Mm.
and they'll
Oh,
hang
okay.
out with their mouths open because they don't have any appendages, like they don't have any arms that can
They don't.
scratch. They don't. So if they get something stuck in their teeth or on their tongue, they can't
They
do
did in
anything
Street
about it.
Sharks. You ever seen Street
What?
Sharks?
No, but I want to.
It
That
was
sounds amazing.
we learned in the last episode, guys, that Vic loves shitty movies about sharks like
I do.
Sharknado and Sand Sharks, the intentionally made that poorly movies.
Sharktopus.
But this is a cartoon I'm talking about where some high schoolers, jock guys, get turned into street sharks. So they still have arms and legs, and
I think I have seen this. I think I
they were
used to have
really
a
cool.
toy of one of
Yes, the
these.
toys were awesome.
Were they a McDonald's toy? Were they like a Happy Meal series? I
No,
feel like
they were a big toy.
no, they were a
They're
big
like
toy.
a
I
yeah,
definitely feel
and you
like I
like
had
they were street shark guys, and when you pulled their arm, their mouth would open.
right. Yes.
And one
Yeah.
of them
I
was an orca,
and it's pretty cool.
and he had
Orcas
arms.
are
Is my
cool.
point.
Right. But I
Could you imagine an
weird
orca with arms? My God,
oh,
be
we
like
would not be the dominant
unstoppable. No,
species.
no,
We would not be the dominant species on Earth if orcas had opposable thumbs and arms.
punching through boats,
First of all,
sinking them.
most of the Earth is ocean, so they would definitely be taking over. They would
Mm.
definitely be taking over. It's a mercy they don't have arms. Anyway, my
Can you
point
draw
was that
that?
the
Can you draw that for me?
I'm gonna make a note. That's gonna take me time. That's gonna take me time.
Just
Draw
an orca with some muscle man arms.
with muscle arms.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That'll get me motivated to finally start our Instagram. And that'll be
yeah.
going up on that for sure.
The tiny doodle cartoons that I occasionally do related to this podcast.
They're great.
Yeah. Uh
They also
anyway, yeah,
say his skin is peeling off, which I was like,
right.
what? They just throw that off. Like he's petting the orca and he's like, oh, your skin is coming peeling. What? Why? That's
Yeah. I
supposed to
mean,
happen? They don't say.
they they hint at a few of the things like why his dorsal fin is slumped over.
So he is saying
And
he's sick. That's not supposed to happen.
so I believe that they essentially have sort of like a slime coating that is supposed to cover and protect their skin. And this is a major issue with keeping these types of large ocean mammals in captivity, is that they rub up against the walls too frequently and people touch them too frequently. And they really struggle to keep this sort of like slime coating that protects their skin intact.
Oh yeah,
And it makes
it
them a
says
lot.
in the trivia that Pico the whale who plays Free Willy suffered from a skin condition around his
Mhm.
pectoral fins. So are they
Yeah, you can see
are they
it.
calling that out? Why don't they say that it's bad? He just
That's
goes,
the
"Oh, your
thing.
skin is peeling off. Here's a
I
fish,
think
Willy."
I think that they cut out a lot more of the commentary on how bad keeping these animals in captivity is. Like I suspect, and now that I've kind of read more about it, that the original script and the original cuts that they wanted had more overt messages of how ill these animals are when they're kept in captivity. And because they needed to work with one of these facilities to film the movie, they were required to cut it back.
Maybe. Yep. Yep. It's bad, Vic. We know that. All right. We
Bad.
get a scene with Raina, the SEAL trainer, and
Mm-hmm.
she's telling our boy Jesse, the owners. So the Native American guy, he's just a manager. He's not the owner of this park. It's
No.
Michael Ironside and that other guy. And we don't get a scene with them saying this, but Raina tells us that they treat Willie as a commodity. All they care about is money. So the only way to get him a better tank is if you do a show that rakes in the money for him, and then they'll put money into the tank and make it bigger so they can then get more money. It's all about
Mm-hmm.
money and whales.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and she kind of has this line in there that's like most orcas love to play around and do tricks.
Yes, you've already
It's like,
mentioned this. Let's get past it. Yes,
sure.
they don't love it. They
Well,
don't love being in a tank
she
and
says
forced to do
it
tricks.
again. She like brings it up again as if it's like, don't worry, guys. Usually they think this is great.
Yeah.
No.
Well, cut
Um,
to montage mode. We're doing a montage of whale training.
well, there's before that, we do have Petey comes back.
Yes, but nothing happens. He just says, "Hey, I got another score we can do." He says, "No thanks. I'm doing whale stuff now. See ya,
Yeah, he's like,
Petey." And
you
we don't get any.
snooze, you
You
lose.
lose. And yeah, we don't get any fun stuff with Petey. I would have loved that if he pulled him back in for another heist. We got two birthday cakes coming in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It
Look at
kind
all
of
that
implies
frosting, bro.
That Petey's getting into worse shit than stealing for wedding
Yeah, where's
cakes.
his
Is
foster family? No one cares
yeah,
about Petey.
yeah. Petey is out in the world. But yeah, there's
Sorry.
part of the montage of these is that he keeps visiting this fish market to get scraps and fish for Willie. And there's just constantly tourists taking photos of these guys throwing fish. And I don't know what that is. Is that a thing? Do people like
Uh,
watching people throw fish around enough to
I
visit it as a
mean, I
tourist
would.
attraction?
But
Yes.
ho, 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 look at them fish throws.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the funniest things when I was moving into my house is I had these two Eastern European guys move my new couch in. And when they got the couch in, they ripped open the pillows were in like a separate box or whatever. They rip out the pillows and without moving their arms hardly at all, they just threw the pillows onto the couch like it looked so funny. I had to like stop myself from laughing as they did it. Like just this fucking yeah, that's where that shit goes right there.
right
No
there. Oh my
placing of the
god.
pillows.
Movers, not decorators, damn it.
Uh, so Jesse has to convince Michael Ironside and the other guy that this will make money. And he shows them after the montage that he has finally trained Willy to do tricks.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Mm-hmm.
like, you can get him to do that again. This is Michael Ironside being Michael Ironside, bad guy. You can get him to do that again. And I like this line. Jesse says, "Do dogs pee on brick walls?" And I'll look it up. It's like, I mean, sure I can.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
think you've skipped an enormous amount
I
of the
don't
movie.
care, Mick. Oh my
You've skipped
God.
so much
It is
because we
so
have
boring, guys. All
no,
right.
it
All right. Let
isn't.
me tell you,
No,
I
it
was bored
isn't.
to death by this
Oh
movie.
my
It is
god.
almost nothing happening the whole time.
No, that's not
It's just
true.
scenes of a kid and a whale. Hey, I enjoy seeing the whale. That's always cool to see a killer whale up close, but it is
You hate character
so
development.
boring. No, I don't. It's just
Oh,
boring character development. There is, yes, he's getting nicer. The kid's getting better as he works with this whale.
you
Who
know, like there's all
cares?
these scenes with him and his foster family. He
Boring.
they have like this big argument about the kid and he ends up breaking a window with a baseball. You're
Uh-huh.
skipping everything.
It's
He
yes, he's
Perry comes back. There's a whole nother scene with Perry again where he
who's
comes back
Perry?
and the friend.
I mean Pete.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I have it written down as Perry. Did we say Pete?
We've been saying Pete.
We've been saying Pete. We'll say Pete now. Doesn't really matter. He comes
Gotcha.
back.
You messed up again.
I did. He comes back. Well, I'm thrown off because you're not following
I'm
the
skipping this
events.
shit, Vic. This movie is two
No,
hours long.
he comes back and he has
Uh,
that classic trope of children holding paper propaganda from various locations and determining that they're going to base their whole life goals off of it. And he's telling Jess that they're going to Venice, California, because he has a postcard of two babes in bikinis on roller skates on it. And
that's
that's where he's
almost as
going.
stupid as moving so you can become a horse diver.
Yes. Or going to New York because all of your life will be better if you're just in New York City,
All right. Well,
according
thank
to a
you for
pamphlet.
bringing up that scene.
We've got
Who
we've got
cares? It doesn't
the
matter. He's not in a
trainer.
movie.
The trainer is asking Jess if he's got a girlfriend. Jess doesn't care
That
and
was
nobody
kind of
understands.
weird. Like,
Nobody un-
what are you trying to get into this kid's love life for, lady? And
right.
I didn't like
And
that. She's like in a bathing suit too. I'm like, what's going on here?
Jess doesn't have a love life because Jess is
Jesse,
soulmates with this
Jesse.
whale.
His name is Jesse.
Jesse is soulmates with the whale. That's been
Yes.
established.
Yep. He doesn't like his
And
parents. He doesn't like anyone except for Willy.
yeah. And then I have the dogs pee on brick walls as a
All right.
wild idiom.
And then they
So
go, everybody welcome to the Willy show. This is the part where he's got to show that he can get the Willy to do tricks.
oh, it's horrible. This scene as a kid, I remember so clearly because I have a lot of anxiety in very crowded, loud areas.
Aw.
Uh, and this scene really, it's like if I related to how freaked out Willy would be. Like that's what it feels like to me when I'm in like I don't really like going to concerts or live music venues that are big because I can't take the bombarding sound and you know madness of everybody around. It really gets to me. I felt
Yeah.
very bad for Willy.
Well, poor Willy. He's got the same feelings of anxiety. Jesse tries to get him to do tricks, and there's all these people around making noise, and Willy doesn't like it. He's not going to do the trick. And they start, instead of being like, oh, well, it's okay, Willy, the crowd starts clapping and going, what do they say? Something about, we
Well,
want a show or something.
they say a bunch of different shit that it's in madness to me. Like if you went to one of these things and the trainer for this was obviously a child, the very first thing that happens is a bunch of people in the audience boo him and say, "Get that kid off the stage."
Boo!
Like, what type of fully grown adult is booing? Like, this audience is trash. This is a trash audience. Nobody's stopping all the kids from pounding on the glass, which is like the first thing
Oh,
you're
that's
told when
right.
you go
They're
to
all
any
pounding on the
aquarium.
glass.
They're all pounding on the glass underneath. No one's stopping them from doing that. The audience is filled with drunk adult men booing a child, and somebody keeps screaming, "Get that fish out of the water."
Whoa. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Definitely
This
a
this
trashy
is
audience for
this
sure.
is a trashy audience that's full of shit. And yeah, it freaked me out. It freaked me out a lot as a kid. And yeah, I think they just are they might be saying something like start the show. They're chanting something,
Yeah,
but
like
it's not
start
easy
the
to
show and
tell.
they're banging their fists. All
Yeah.
right. Well, this might make you feel better, Vic. I wrote a song because I was so bored.
Oh my God. I can't believe this movie was I was wired. I love this movie so much.
Do you want to hear my Willy show song?
I do want to hear your Willie Show song.
Don't you want to go to my big Willy show? Don't you want to see my big Willy and me? Do you want to know where my big Willy goes? There's no other way to be than having your Willy free.
There's no way that could ever be interpreted as anything
I
but
mean,
a
I think
song
that
about
they should put
the
that in
Free
the
Willy
credits.
Orca. I it's beautiful. Certainly worthy of being in the last 1/4 of the credits.
Oh, thank
Certainly
you.
worthy of that. Yeah. Beautiful. I'm glad that this movie, for as bored as you seem to have been, inspired you creatively.
Yes, I'll be putting that on the album
Yeah.
with Duncan.
There's a the Willie in his fit of
Willy,
I'm not going to tolerate this, rams the tank and everyone's afraid and leaves.
this
And
is crazy.
this is
This,
the impetus for the henchman, which was a line they sort of glossed over earlier, which was that the whale might be worth more dead than alive because the whale is insured. Um, the henchman gets this insane idea when looking at the tank,
this
which
was the funny
now
part.
is sort of leaking, to sabotage the tank. I'm sitting there like, get away from that. That is thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of water that you now know is structurally failing. What the
Yes,
fuck are you doing standing there
this
fucking
is
with it?
this is great. So this is the guy from Office Space, and he doesn't say anything. He goes down and he sees the tank is kind of leaking from one bolt being knocked out because Willie
Mm-hmm.
rammed it. And this is not great acting. He's making very subtle changes with his face that are sort of like, mm,
Right.
mm.
He's thinking hard.
It goes on for a while. Mm,
Right.
mm. And then you know he has an idea.
Yes.
And it's
And
like crazy. It's so stupid, Vic. This is
it's
so stupid. His idea, we find out, is it's not subtle. This is not like a trick. He gets a fucking welder in there to take the fucking tank apart. I love that scene too, because he's holding the light for him. Like the welder needs a flashlight to know what he's doing to rip out a hole in the wall. It's so
it's
crazy.
really crazy to me because the idea, and maybe I just sort of am like know too much about structures, that is so unbelievably dangerous. Like, it would not
Yeah, it's
be a
still full of
thing.
water. It's still
It's a
full of
full
water, and they got a
of
fucking blowtorch on it. They are
the
carving into it.
likelihood that it would be like, oh, I'll just crack it open a little bit and then this tiny, no, you will be crushed against the back wall and drowned when this massive wave of water breaches this like tank wall. This is insane. But there's a lot of like there's a lot of the bad guys being sort of I found them almost unnecessary because just the idea of keeping the whale in captivity is bad enough to be on board with getting him out of there. You didn't need to sabotage and kill him. But that's what. So the kid, they find this out because the kid goes back because he's gonna run away. He's like so upset that the
Yep, he's throwing a fit because the whale didn't do his tricks, and
you know
he
he
kicked
feels
some
like a
trash
failure.
cans.
Mm-hmm. Dwight and his foster parents are there, and I just have to be honest. I These people are so mean to this kid about how his mom abandoned him. They're so mean to him
Yes.
about it.
The Dwight is like, look, kid, your mom hates you. There's no way she loves you or is
She
ever coming
didn't,
back.
as if Dwight was the one there who received him when he was dropped
He
off.
says he
Dwight's like,
was. He
she didn't
was, Vic.
even look in the rear view
Yeah.
mirror. Like, she just drove away. You think that's someone who cares about you? You think that's a mom? And it's like, what the fuck? This is a 12-year-old child who has already, like, he had this moment when he was talking to Willy where he's like, my mom couldn't take care of me, but that's okay because she couldn't really take care of herself. And I just hope
Aw.
that she, like, he is this really understanding kid who's just forgiving his mother constantly. And instead of showing him any sort of compassion and being like, you don't have to give up caring and feeling compassionate to your mom, it's not betraying her to form a bond with these people or to let other people care for you, because it's just so brutally mean the way they have to, like,
I
it's
guess. I
fine
mean,
to
he did tell
say,
Dwight to go to hell. Fuck that kid.
yeah, but I no, it's not like that, because one of these people is a fully grown adult and the other one is a 12-year-old. When a 12-year-old yells at you, it's not the same as an adult yelling at you. It's not. Like, I
Imagine this, Vic. You have a beautiful birthday cake that you're about to present to your family.
yeah,
It's Dan's birthday, and he has been
yeah,
looking forward to this cake for months. And you go
right,
to the back of your car, and it's gone because some street rat broke in and took it.
right.
You're just going to go, oh, that's okay. He
I'm
belongs in
going to
prison.
say that when children do things that are bad, the failing is on the adults that are supposed to raise and protect
How many
them.
chances do you give up?
A lot, because
You
it's
get
really
two.
fucks. Wow. It really, no, I thought that this movie really actually handled the whole orphan scenario very realistically. Like, for as bad as the henchmen and evil, like, as for as bad as the bad guy's acting is, this kid who's playing Jesse, I thought was an excellent actor. To be that young and to be capable of being, like, I don't know. I thought it was very well acted.
He's
Not
good.
the bad guys, but I thought that
He's
the
convincing
kid is
enough. He's
incredible.
convincing enough that these Michael Ironsides puts his whole operation in his hands. It's like, hey, this orphan wants to interact with my killer whale. Sure, maybe it'll bring in some money.
I thought the way that he spoke about his mom and the way that he, like, lashes out at the adults in his life, I thought was very realistic to kids going through this type of life. I
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was very well done.
Sure.
Significantly more realistic than a bunch of high schoolers sitting in a truck going like, "Can you light me this doobie?" Which was the lines and acting skills of the Pumpkinhead children.
Hey, I related to them. I related to them a
Yeah,
lot more.
I don't think so.
Uh, okay. So
Yeah,
we get the idea, or yeah, he goes back. He's gonna run away, find his mom. He
yeah,
goes back to the tank to say goodbye. Uh-oh, there is 3 feet of 4 feet of water down here. Someone has been messing with the tank.
yeah. He
They want
sees
the
them.
insurance money for this whale. The insurance company is going to go, it looks like someone took a fucking torch to the side of this tank, guys. This is not an accident. There would be
Right.
no insurance money. But whatever. It's a plan that Office Space came up with. He thinks is going to work.
Yeah.
He runs over to our manager The tank, there's something wrong with the tank. Willy's gonna die. They run over.
Mm-hmm.
The tank is leaking. Willy's like, guys, you gotta do something. I'm a whale. Oh, you know what? This also reminds me. I hated the whining sounds that Willy made. Those were
Yeah.
awful.
So Willie makes this repeatedly through this, and usually at night he makes this crying sound above the the water. I think that that's the genuine sound that he was trained to make.
Ugh, I did not
Um,
like it.
because I think that if it was a sound they were just editing in, they would have picked something that was not quite so weird and
Yeah.
annoying. It's a very weird sound, but I think it's the actual sound. I think that's the actual sound that the whale is making, and it just would sound very different underwater.
Yes.
Sounds
And
super strange above
it's
water.
kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
Um,
whines and then he convinces them we gotta set Willy free.
and this is one of the funniest. So Randolph, who is I've finally written down his name in here. Randolph is our Native American uh, manager here. And Randolph is such a
Randolph.
real one because this kid is like, we need to set Willie free. They're trying to kill him. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And then the trainer's like, you need to call the police. And Randolph's like, F the police. What the fuck are they gonna do? No. We're busting this whale out of here. I don't like this job. Fuck this job. I hate it. We're setting this
I
whale
guess Vic
free.
is making this seem a lot more exciting than it actually was.
What?
He's more like, okay, I hated working here anyway, and we're done.
They steal a fucking car. It's
The kid does say free Willy. I'm like,
yeah.
Houston, we have a title. I
Mhm.
always celebrate when that happens. So we have a title. They're gonna rescue the whale. We I don't know. We gotta tow him out of the tank. Get forklift or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got to get him out of the tank. And it, as a kid, this scene was so high anxiety for me because the tank, the water's rushing out, it's getting
Oh
lower.
yeah, it's all
The
coming to a
kid,
head now.
the kid jumps in the tank and he can't, they can't get Willie into this harness to lift him out. And as an adult, I'm like, these are awful adults. Like, these are two adults who work with large ocean animals. Like, these are two trained adults. And they're like, yeah, get that 12-year-old child down in the tank. Like, go get him down there in this extremely dangerous situation and have him, kind of do the work of diving under this animal to get these straps attached.
They're
Like,
like, hey,
this is fine.
this was the kid's idea. He's got to do it.
Yeah, he's got to take responsibility for his own ideas. It's
His idea. If he wants to pull
insane.
it off, go do it. But yeah,
Go
it's
do it.
pretty crazy operation to get a gigantic whale out of a tank like this. But they do it pretty easily. Get him in a flatbed.
They get him on a trailer, which I will say that, I believed all of that because a lot of facilities like this, like they do have to do transport for vet visits and things like that. So they would have the equipment to do these things. What I did not believe is what followed immediately afterwards, which is that they get him on a trailer and apparently they don't have a truck. No
No,
one has a vehicle in this. Neither of these adults, this whole park doesn't have a truck.
no.
Why do they have a trailer?
That's for
What do you
just
mean?
storage. They just put things on it. That's
Don't
not
tow
for
it anywhere.
that's
It's
not for moving.
absolutely insane. So of course they have to go back and steal Glenn, the stepdad's truck.
Secondhand Ray Liotta, help us. He's a blue collar
Yes.
man. You know he has a truck.
I just don't understand why they didn't just straight up ask him, but they steal it.
They steal it.
And again, Randolph's not seeing any problem with stealing this truck.
Nope. He's all it took was a little pressure from Jesse, and he's going.
Yeah.
He does fuck the system. I don't care about laws anymore. I'll steal a truck. I'll steal a whale. He's
Yeah,
totally going for it.
totally on board. Um,
So yeah, they steal a truck. Ray Liotta calls the police. But then they're like, "Oh shit! I think my boy might have taken it."
this confused me because it's as if he's already on the phone with the police, and then he finds out that the kid isn't in the house and is likely the one who stole. And then the police are never involved. Like they never appear later.
I guess he
So
went, "Never mind, bye, police."
yeah, it makes me feel like he sort of canceled that somehow. I didn't know you could do that. I thought once you called the police, they came out no matter what. But it's like, he's like, no, never mind. My wife and I are just going to drive around for a while. Don't worry
He
about
goes,
it.
"No, I probably went like, oh, there's the truck. Sorry, I was looking in the wrong garage."
Oh, God, I was looking to the left and it was on my right.
Yeah.
Silly me.
Sorry, cops. Bye.
Please, please do not send anyone out to check up on this. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Let's head to the water
Uh,
park. I have a feeling my truck will be there.
right. Um, yeah, then the other thing is that for some reason our office space henchman shows up to make sure the whale is dying.
He's like, when I left, water was pouring out of the tank. Let me go check how it's going. Hey, where's the whale?
And he calls the lead, the main guy up and is like, they're stealing the whale, but it doesn't matter because we'll just get the insurance money. And then we get this great line that's like, we don't have theft insurance on the whale.
Great, great line.
So they have to like,
Ironsides is at home in like a smoking jacket and like a fancy
yes.
mansion. I love it. And he goes,
And
"We don't have theft insurance."
he
Okay.
says, call the boys and stop them.
Yeah.
The
I think it's the
boys.
crew. He just says, "Get the crew."
Yeah, get the crew. Stop them.
And I
Um,
didn't, it was crew. And it comes back later. It is a crew. We'll
mhm.
see what happens next. We're all on
The
the edges of our seat now.
right. The
Kind
they
of.
t- they take
Not
this
really.
trailer. They're trying to follow this like old road to get somewhere inconspicuous, and it's blocked by a fallen tree, and they can't get through. And then Randolph is trying to back the trailer back down this mountain path, and almost has the trailer go off the mountainside.
Yes, they
And
get stuck in the mud. This is a whole
I
thing.
I will say that I didn't quite understand as a kid what any of this would feel like the experience of that. And then a few years ago, Dan and I did a winter trip up to Montana and decided to go hiking in this spot that we've been hiking a ton of times before. Even though it was going to be wintry, we thought that would be fun and kind of beautiful. And we take one of Dan's dad's trucks up this windy mountain path, driving through the snow and the ice. And we get most of the way up, like almost to the very top of where there's, the trailhead. And a rock slide has happened, and there's a huge
Whoa.
boulder, and the road is mostly washed out, and there's a huge boulder blocking the road, and there's no getting past it and around this rock slide. And there's also no room to turn around because the path is too narrow
Uh-oh.
on this trail. And so Dan had to reverse down this entire icy mountain path, which took us about 20 minutes to drive up. It took us over an hour to reverse down, and it
Yeah.
was terrifying.
Oh,
And a whiteout snowstorm happened.
no.
Yeah, it got so hairy. Dan was under so much stress. We got to the bottom of the mountain, and Dan just pulled over and got out of the car and just sat there for like 30 minutes, just like
Aw.
outside, sitting in the ground, like super glad we didn't all die because that's what could have happened.
Good work, Dan. Tell him I said good
Yeah,
work. I'll buy him a beer
I
later.
yeah, he was so stressed out. And so in when I watched the movie, I didn't understand how stressful a scenario like that would be. But when I watched it this time, I got like flashbacks to how slow and painful and absolutely terrifying that
Yeah, imagine
was.
how stressful Dan would be if you were shrieking in his ear the whole time. We gotta save Willy! We gotta save Willy! Dan, hurry!
Right, right. And so they finally cave and decide that they need to use the CB radio in the truck to call his foster parents, who have been frantically trying to call him on the CB radio in other scenes. He calls out to them. They show up. And I'm going to be honest, if I were these foster parents, I'd be looking at these two bozos, these two adults that have gone along with this child's insanity,
Mm-hmm.
stolen a truck, are about to kill him and this whale by backing them off. And I would have slugged Randolph in the face. I would have
Yeah,
been so
Randolph
mad.
has abducted a child. This is not cool, guys. He has stolen a truck, abducted a child, and stolen a whale. He's looking at
Yeah.
30 years in prison, I assume.
The amount of reckless endangerment is off the fucking charts. It's
Yeah.
madness. But instead, Glenn, who has had a couple lines up till now that are like, I was kind of a troubled kid too. Like, I didn't really follow the rules until much later in life.
Yeah, I
Is
was
like
in the Italian mafia for a while, sold a bunch of cocaine.
he looks at them and is like, you all right, we just need to hook up the wench on the front of the truck. And it's like immediately, here's a real man. Here's a man who knows how to reverse a trailer and truck down a mountain pass. And he gets in the truck and he does it. He gets it done.
Yep. Our secondhand Ray Liotta, the hero.
Yeah. But now comes a comic relief because this has been too high stress and we need a little bit of a break. And Willy needs a little bit of a break because he's drying
This
out.
is so dumb.
So they take him through a car wash.
Yep. They take him to
Luckily,
a
not
car
a
wash.
drive-through
I
one,
was
which would make no
hoping I
sense.
was
Yeah,
hoping it was gonna be the drive-through where Willie gets shampooed and waxed. But no, it's
shamood.
oh, nice one,
Oh,
big.
little whale pun, little orca pun. Sorry.
Tilla come with me. That's that's the whale's
Here
name.
comes the murderer. The murdering orca. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Quick quick fun work for you.
I love it.
But no, they
Uh,
go to the spray kind of car wash where they have a little hose and you just spray your car down. So they spray Willie down, and as they're pulling out, some old people are walking by the car wash.
it's two drunks. It's two
Oh yeah, they're
drunks.
kind of
They're
drunk,
like holding paper bags with alcohol, in it.
and they
Um,
just go, "Nice whale, thanks, good joke, good joke."
it reminded me of how nonchalant all the people in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were about the Ninja Turtles and how it was totally unnecessary for them to hide their identity because the people of New York just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, this
It
is
was
reminding me how little comedy there is in this movie. All the comedy comes from Willie splashing people. That's pretty
it's
much it.
it's
Oh, he
not.
got me again with some water.
I'm so sorry that this movie isn't an action or a comedy because it's a drama. Jake, there's no comedy in it because it's not a
A
comedy.
drama. We couldn't have comedy in this. It's about whales. A kid with a whale. There's no.
It's it's not a comedy. I don't know what you want from me about it. It's not a comedy.
It's
We
a
can be
movie for
mad.
kids. There should be comedy in it.
Why? Why can't it just be a drama? It's a
What?
drama. I don't know what you want from me. We can be upset about Patch Adams. Patch Adams was supposed to be a comedy and a drama, and it does both of them terribly.
I want to
Free Willy
see.
isn't supposed to be funny. It's a drama.
You can still have comedy in it. It is not. All right. It is an animal adventure drama family. All right. I would say
I just feel like your expectations are in the wrong place for
I
this
expected
movie.
it to be entertaining.
It
Sorry.
fucking was. I'm sorry, but you can't handle drama.
I didn't believe that apology.
Yeah, it was facetious. It
Hmm.
was a facetious apology. Anyway, they are racing to the harbor,
A
and
harbor.
the evil bad guys have predicted that this is where they're going and are standing in front of the gate.
And
And
Ray Liotta is ready to kill these guys. He doesn't
Glenn
put on the brakes
decides,
at all. And he's like, they better jump or I'm killing them with this truck.
yeah,
And
Glenn
thank God
comes
they
to a
jump.
he comes to a complete stop and then decides to play a game of chicken
Oh boy.
in the manner of a man who has played this game before. And it makes you wonder what his life was like before he decided to almost kill like 10 people for a whale.
Yeah, what's his body count?
It's probably
Who
high
knows?
because he doesn't, not only does he not flinch, his wife goes, "Do it, honey," in the background.
Oh shit. Wife's
Yeah.
in on it.
The wife's like, "I'm the wife of a retired monster. You think I don't have a body count? Fucking kill these guys. They hurt our boy.
Mm-hmm.
Boy wants this whale in the water. Our boy gets this whale in the water."
Yep. So
Um,
he guns it. He guns it
mhm.
right at him. And he doesn't care if they move or not. Thankfully they do.
Yeah. Or not, thankfully. Fuck those guys. I would have been
Well,
happy
I
to see
mean,
him dead.
clearly, yeah, they don't care. These whale guys or whale kidnappers.
Yeah, so Glenn basically drives this trailer so far into the water that his truck is now submerged. These guys come after them to try and stop them from getting Willy off of the trailer. And Ray Liotta
He
slash
kind of gives a
Glenn,
look like, fuck, I kind of ruined my truck doing this. He's
a
kind of
little bit,
upset. He looks a little upset that he's flooded his truck for this.
he's briefly upset. And then he sees that there's a brawl as one of these guys grabs his kid and he slugs him in the face and goes like, "Go, my son," and just
Oh,
has at these people.
yes. So we get a brawl in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Office Space shows up and he is not having it. He's trying to get him off the whale, trying to pull them off of Willy as they're releasing him.
Mm-hmm.
But this is stupid. It's stupid to get in a brawl in the water. As the whale gets
It is
out,
difficult. It is
they're trying to
difficult to
grab the
fight.
kid. These full grown adults trying to rip the kid off. Oh
So Willy
shit.
gets out, and there's a moment of excitement. They did it. Success. Only,
Michael Ironsides show up. He done shows up and he has a better plan than Office Space. The crew he was talking about is our boys
mm-hmm,
from before. They got their boats back with the nets. We saw them at
mm-hmm,
the beginning, and they're closing off the pass for Willie to get out to the open ocean.
yeah. And I will say that as a kid, this devastated me every time. And as an adult, it still devastated me. Like, it just made me so sad. Like,
You know he's getting out.
I know, but it's really
Honestly, they give it away with the cover.
right.
The
That's
picture,
true.
I believe the poster is the kid with the whale soaring above his head.
It is. Yeah, it is. The the thing that got me though was more so than when I was a kid. When I was a kid, just the idea that he's like running into the net again was so sad to me. But
That did hit me
as
a
an
little bit. I don't like
right,
seeing
it's
him in the net.
I don't like seeing him in the net. And when I was an adult, now as an adult, the him talking about him that he's gonna get out, that he needs to go and see his mom and like to say hi to his mom for him, like because Willy's family is on the other side of this like little harbor. I don't know, it hit me really hard. Like this kid is just really desperate for his mom to be okay and to know that his mother still thinks about him from time to time. But he's come to terms with that enough to be like, "I'll be happy for you if you get home to your family." And it was very emotional for me. It just
Yeah, it's all right. It's
fuck.
all right. full circle moment, I guess. But yep, he's blocked off by the nets. Willy's turning around. Now he's just stuck in the bay. And the kid's like, I gotta get him out of here. Which I'm like, we never saw him train Willy to jump. That would have been good. He
No,
he just hops up onto the side of the tank. He never jumps straight in the air for anything.
they do one scene where you can see it in the background. There's like this ladder thing that goes up high. They do one where he holds a fish up and Willy comes about half his body out of the water, but they don't ever show him jumping. Although functionally the tank is not deep enough for him to do that. Like I don't think that they could have possibly recorded him jumping.
Yes, and I hate to point out plot holes. I know you would never do this, but I got a bit of a plot hole here where how the hell does Jesse know he can get Willy to jump over like a 15-foot high rock wall? He's never done it before. He has no commands to get him to do it like that.
Right.
Why does he
I
think this will work?
I will say that I agree with you. I will say that
Oh,
it's a plot hole. I looked up whether or not it's feasible, whether or not it's physically possible for an orca to jump, like what their height is that they
is
can
getting an
jump.
orca to jump over a wall for me feasible right now? Let me
Right, is
Google
it
it.
possible? So
Cost feasible for me?
apparently the recorded height is roughly 15 feet fully out of the water that they can jump.
Ooh, pretty
But it's
good.
suspected that they can get higher. It's just not ever been like recorded. You need to have a lot of depth for that. But I thought that was shocking. The it's one of the things that technically separates orcas from true whales is that true whales cannot get their entire bodies out of the water. Orcas and dolphins and other types of porpoises are capable of jumping so that their full bodies get out of the water.
Is that
And
true?
15 feet. Yeah, no, that's factual. That
Humpback whales get pretty close.
yeah, but they can't get their tail out when they breach. They
All right,
they do the up and the lean,
that's
up
true.
and the lean.
But they're
The
pretty close. They get pretty up there.
I think the idea that a 3-ton animal like an orca can leap 15 feet clear of the water is madness.
Yeah, they're terrifying. They're monsters of the deep.
Utterly insane.
But anyway, Jesse has a little. He's got to chat with Willy one more time and pump him up for this. He's like, "You gotta get out of here. You gotta go see your family. I'm gonna miss
Mm-hmm.
you, Willy." And I did tear up at this part. Him
He's a
saying
good
goodbye to Willy was sad.
he's a good actor. I mean, I tend to try to give a lot of grace to child actors, but when they're the main characters in a movie, sometimes it's just exceedingly distracting when they're not great. This kid is good.
He's pretty
He's
good. You're right. I mean, yeah, this could have been way more annoying, and he plays it pretty good.
This kid does a really good job. I would say he's a better like annoying brat of a kid than D'Artagnan is.
Oh
D'Artagnan's a
my God.
dick in The Three Musketeers. I mean, he's
Imagine Chris
supposed to be.
O'Donnell, Chris O'Donnell in this role. Oh
That's what I'm
boy.
saying. That's what I'm saying is he does a really good job of walking this line of like a shithead, but who's endearing and who you want to be better. The kid does a good job.
Sure.
Yeah. The anyway, he psychs Willy up
Psychs him up
and
for this jump. Willie somehow knows he's got to do it. Goes
yep.
around and he does it. He makes the jump. And this is an example of some shitty 90s CGI. Some of the worst we've seen, I'd say.
It's not good. Luckily, it does not last long, but it's such a
It
pivotal
does last
scene.
long. It does last long. It is in slow mo, Vic.
It is
And
in
it
slow
is
mo.
going. You see the full whale all computerized in water that is also computerized with only
Mm-hmm.
1990 whatever 3 technology. It's
Yeah.
terrible looking.
Yeah. I always compare bad CGI though to The Mummy Returns with the rock scorpion.
Yes.
So it's as long as it's
Not
not
quite
that,
as bad as that,
it's not
no.
quite as bad as that, but it's bad. It's noticeably bad. Um,
Yeah. Kind of takes away from the moment.
yeah.
I think they did hang like a fake whale above the kid or something. They did have like the fake whale.
Actually, actually,
Oh,
they had
actually, enlighten me,
they
please.
they had a like large animatronic whale that they used throughout for a lot of the close-up shots and
I
some
know
of
that.
the and during this scene, one of the things they did to have the shots that are more realistic of it is they submerged a rocket launcher in this harbor and
What?
shot the actual animatronic over the
No. Oh man, I would have loved to see that instead. Just show us
which
that.
which just has to be one of the best days on set, right? Like you're working on this movie and you get to the day where they're going to take a rocket launcher out into this harbor to shoot an animatronic life-size orca
Fire the
over a rock
Willy.
wall.
I would love to see it. Fire the Willy.
I hope to God they said that because so funny.
Ugh.
So funny.
Yeah, I wish we could see that.
Yep. It's
But
really
no.
good.
Yep. So we get some more realistic scenes where he's going, yeah, and the whale's going over his
Yeah.
head. And then
Mm-hmm.
some terrible CGI of him from up top. And then he's free, guys. He made it. And he's
Yep.
back with his family.
And it's great.
It is
Wonderful.
great. I feel like the guys in the boats could just go after him. They're already there. But it's
True.
game over, I guess. We lost.
I mean, I suspect that it's sort of a moot point because it would be so expensive to go out and hopefully try and get him back just for him to still not perform. Like, what, you gonna
Uh
take him back just to kill him so you can get the
yeah, that's what
insurance
I was
money?
trying to I
Like,
was just trying to work out what their plan would be from because their tank is busted now. They got nowhere to take him. It would clearly be
yeah.
their fault if the whale did die. So maybe you're right. That's just what were we even doing out here anyway?
What's more logical is that at a certain point, Ironsides would have realized this, let them get away with this, and then charged everybody involved
Oh
with
man, we got a
robbery.
huge lawsuit here.
Like, this is
Lost
just like
criminal case and civil case coming up for these guys. That's for
it's
damn
just
sure.
hilarious because at the end, the foster parents come and they hug him and they're like, let's go home. And I'm like, you guys aren't going to keep custody of this kid. Are you insane?
A
There is no
list of
way
felonies, a
you are
long list of
losing
felonies tonight.
custody, assault, robbery, like insane. No one is getting out of this scot free. Everyone is going to jail.
Yep. The
Everyone.
everyone's going to prison.
Mm-hmm.
Danny's going or Jesse's going to juvenile detention. End of story. But nope, it's a happy ending, and we
Yeah.
get to see Willy playing with his family for the entire credits. And I actually
It's
watched the
so
credits for
nice.
this one. I liked it.
Oh, good. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was like just beautiful. Roll that beautiful whale footage. It
Beautiful
was
footage, beautiful Michael Jackson song.
the song started and I was like, oh yeah, I love this song. And then at the very end of the song, it gets to this spoken word poetry at the very end. And
Not
I
quite
was
a
like,
rap, just
I,
spoken word.
and I was like, this is really bizarre. Like, what a strange thing. Why does this guy sound so familiar? Looked it up. Yeah, it's Michael Jackson.
You didn't get it right away.
No,
This
I
is
didn't get it right away.
familiar.
I was like, this sounds weirdly familiar. I think it's also that we've just been seeing so many films that had such a smaller budget that the idea that the credit songs would have been written by somebody as big as Michael Jackson
What are you
was sort
talking
of
about? We had MC Hammer in an Adams family.
right, but Adam's Family was a couple ago. That was a
Okay,
little
I
while
guess.
ago. Like that's
You're
what I mean is like we've just I he wasn't even called MC Hammer in that, which leads me to believe that it was early in his career and he
it
might not have been
wasn't.
as
It
famous.
wasn't. Too Legit to Quit was literally trying to compete with Michael Jackson. Like he was so big, he thought he could dethrone Michael Jackson with that album.
Why didn't he get credits as MC Hammer then in
I
that?
think it was a typo.
Weird. Oh my God.
The first Adams Family, we didn't get into it, was really slapped together. They were writing that script on the scene every day. Like they were writing every day as they went.
Oh, I
And
had no idea.
the company that was making it thought it was going to be such a loss that they sold it before it was done. So I
Whoa.
forget what company, whatever production company picked it up, made a ton of money off of it. Bad move by those guys who owned it. But yeah, it was kind of slapped together, Vic. So I can imagine they were like, "What's his name? Ham or something? Put it in the credits."
That's shocking. Okay, then maybe, yeah, then maybe I just didn't realize because I just assumed that since it's not credited as MC Hammer, that he
No, he was huge by then.
was not yet MC Hammer.
No, he was an '80s rapper
Yeah. Well,
and
but we have
into the
watched some
'90s.
films between that one. Anyway, I didn't expect it to be Michael Jackson. I didn't expect the spoken word poetry at the end. It was very dramatic. The very end of it, he's just actively weeping. Like he's sobbing through the things he's trying to say. And you're like, can you
Wow,
just not? Can you calm down?
very emotional song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tearjerker. This movie's trying to get you to cry.
It succeeded.
Fucking yeah, it got me.
Come on.
It
It
got
gets
me.
you. Everybody
It
loves an
got me.
orca.
Well, I mean, it got me in the very beginning and the very end. The middle, I could have done without.
Oh my God. Just can't handle a drama.
I can. This is, oh boy. It's a lot of shots of a kid hanging out with a whale.
You are not going to like The Black Stallion or Black Beauty. There's a lot
Mm.
of horse movies that are just a kid hanging out with an animal that I grew up with that I love.
And you know what's I just realized
It's all
is
I wanted. It's all I wanted in life was just for me to hang out with an animal.
what's crazy is also I realized I said like animal movies get me to cry, like it does hit me in a certain way. Never happened with a horse movie. I don't know what it is, but horses don't get me like that. So
A
I
new
am
challenge.
I am going to be bored, I think.
Have you seen The Black Stallion? I
No.
think so. Yeah, that one's rough. Anyway, this movie, this movie.
Hmm.
Yeah. Give you any baggage, Jake? Oh, wait.
Uh
You do your intro to it? I'm skipping ahead.
yes, I
I'm not
guess
the
we
one who normally handles the format. You're the
mm,
you're the
yeah,
format
I've been
wrangler.
letting you take the reins. But all right. I guess we already know who liked it and who didn't, so we don't need to go through that. I will
I
just
liked it.
say yes, it's a very long movie, pretty boring. I did enjoy seeing the real whale when the shots had the real whale, but not enough to keep me going through this one. The fact that the main bad guys are in this movie for 5 minutes, maybe, leaves very little drama to be had. It is really just
I
the story of a kid being getting therapy from a whale, and that is
yes.
boring.
I think that for a PG rated movie, this is a great.
This is
I think it's held up.
PG because of the
Yeah,
piss, probably because of the piss.
I think that this movie actually held up really well. I think that it's a
Mm.
movie that you could easily still have kids watch, and I think if you showed this to like a 5 to 12-year-old, I think they would really love this movie. Like I think you could easily show this to
I'm gonna
a
say
young kid.
5 to 9, or
No, I think
3 to 9, maybe 10. I don't think a 12-year-old would enjoy this.
well that's I think you could. I mean, I think it depends on the kid. Like if you're really into animals, if you have a
I
kid that's
was
really
really
into
into, so that's what I was gonna say. As a
and you
kid
said you
in,
liked it as a kid. All the times you watched it as a kid, you
I
said you
was
liked
gonna
it.
say that as a
Yeah.
kid, it is enough to have that just a kid hanging out with a whale. You're
Yes.
imagining it the whole time that it's you and you had a whale friend and how awesome that would be.
It, which it would be.
And
So awesome.
I mean, I still think that too. I just don't need to imagine it for 2 straight hours.
fuck, I could imagine it. I'm still imagining it now. I'm going to imagine it for the rest of my life. How awesome that would be.
Yeah, well, didn't really get to me. I
Oh,
did not care about his relationships with his foster parents. Felt like it was just whatever, teen angst, get over it. Boring.
no. All right. Well, so we know. We know. Get to the bit. Get to the bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our special segment of the episode. Check your baggage. Vic,
Yeah.
what's your baggage, baby?
Well, I don't know if I'd call it baggage so much as this movie definitely radicalized me for environmentalism in a way that
Oh,
I think only Fern Gully would be the only other movie that did as much
oh yeah,
to
that's on the
make
list.
me, yeah, Fern Gully's on the list. This is why Republicans are afraid of media, is because I saw this as a kid and instantly decided I would never set foot in SeaWorld ever again. And I never have. This came out in 93 and I never went back to SeaWorld. I've never, like, I don't go to Busch Gardens because Busch Gardens is owned by SeaWorld and I think it's evil. And I think that in a way, you can say that this is the influence that media can have, that you can have a piece of media come out and speak in gentler tones than Blackfish for sure, and still have a pretty big impact on the people who see it. And I loved this movie. Anyway, my baggage
Hmm.
is that fuck SeaWorld. Orcas deserve to be free, and I would want them to be free. I too would ruin a truck to see them free.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
agree.
mine.
I agree. Keeping orcas is a terrible practice, and I'm glad it's starting to end, and most places are getting rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I also felt that way as a kid. You know, you'd see what this horrible thing happening to this whale. Unfortunately, it didn't really get me to stop going. I still went to Busch Gardens and stuff. I'm now ashamed that I didn't take a stand like you did.
Shame, shame.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Don't shame me. I'm sorry.
shame.
But yeah, it made me a little bit of, I guess, a little more aware of the suffering of some of these animals in captivity. Yeah, just having them for entertainment is bad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it made me think about all of that very differently. And I will thank the movie for that. I feel better radicalized as I am.
All right. Word.
Yeah. Uh, I just wanted to also say that I'm a big fan of orcas, and there's absolutely no records of them killing anyone in the wild, which is insane because they're such murder machines, but they've never, in no recorded history, has an orca ever killed a human except in captivity.
Yep.
uh, which I think we already talked about. There's four, three of them by the same orca.
Silicon baby. He's a monster.
He's just a murderer. There was a trainer that analyzed his situation and sort of apparently worked with him that said that the real problem is that he was bored into insanity, that
Yeah.
this animal was so bored, and that in all likelihood he was unaware of how long humans can be under the water without air, that it's never, like, that it's not like he would know that
Oh,
he
well,
would.
you gotta see Blackfish. He tore some people up too. He didn't just drown them.
Well, so that was the comment on the first trainer that he killed, which was before he was at SeaWorld. And then the last trainer that he killed at SeaWorld, yeah, he like ripped her to shreds. He like tore
Mm-hmm.
her limb from limb. So it's harder to make that argument. And then the guy in the middle, the third guy that he killed, was what I said. It was like some sort of young guy who just literally broke into SeaWorld, although according to the records, fairly nonchalantly, and was found shredded at the bottom. Or no, he wasn't at the bottom. He was found with Tilikum playing with him on his corpse on his back. That
Ooh,
he was like as if he was a rag doll that he was pushing around the aquarium. Just just horrifying. Um,
yeah.
but in addition to murderers, orcas can also be um, radical socialists, one might say. One of my favorite subgenres of news that came out of the post-pandemic world was the amount of orcas destroying billionaires' yachts. I
Oh
don't know if
yes,
you've.
we all heard about that whale
I
who
love
might have
it.
gotten injured by a boat once or something and started training her pod of whales to attack ships in the Mediterranean, I think.
Yeah, Gladys. Gladys is a matriarch of an orca pod who is credited with training both her own pod and other orcas to attack uh, yachts in the Strait of Gibraltar and various places in the Mediterranean. She They do it strategically where two whales will come from either side of a vessel and start ramming it to jostle it back and forth, while a third and fourth whale will destroy the rudder of the ship. And they've been credited with over 700 attacks.
Wow.
So, absolutely insane. Only five of them have resulted in a full sinking of the vessel, but many of them have resulted in the ships being like what do they call it, scuttled, like the ships being unusable because of how much damage they do to the rudders. I have to also say that there was a sort of urban myth among the kids in my elementary school. I'm not
Urban
sure who.
legend.
Urban legend of how they filmed Willy jumping from the water. Because as 5-year-olds, I don't think any of us had a concept of CGI. Didn't occur to us.
What'd you think? He turned into a ghost or something? That's what it looks terrible.
I'm not sure who said this or where it came from, but there was a genuine belief that it was a horse in a costume that they edited the legs out later manually.
I love that. I love that. And I could believe it. It looks so shitty. It might be just a horse in a costume. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I wish. That's so funny.
that
Oh,
was something we
imagine
believed as kids.
he's like an orca costume and a horse face sticking out. He's got like a fin on his head.
Yeah, the little legs coming out from the bottom.
Damn it, that would have been good.
Yeah. Maybe if I have time, I'll try and draw that too.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great one. That'd be a real work of art.
So funny. That was genuinely like, I don't know who came up with that, but that was like, oh, did you see Free Willy? Oh, did you know that the end scene is a horse in a costume?
Yeah. It's the
Don't know where
horse
it
from
came
Wild
from.
Hearts Can't Be Broken, guys.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
famous
Which
horse.
I'll just say, I've talked to other people
You
and
have? You've been talking to other people?
been talking to
Not
people.
on
I've been talking
podcasts,
to
I
other
hope.
people. No, no,
Okay,
only that one time.
good.
The I've been talking to other people who watched Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken, and every single one of them has a memory of the horse dying from the jump. I don't know what's
Mm-hmm.
happening, but I've talked to three different people who watched that as kids, and they're like, "What do you mean the horse is fine? The horse is not fine. The horse like dies." And I'm like, "No, we have all as a group misremembered that."
Yeah, you all fed
So
into your hallucination, fed each other.
well, it was I talked to my sister, I was like, well, this makes sense because we watched it together and we would have talked about it. So we would maybe misremember it the same way. The other woman I didn't know growing up, she's just also into horses and we were chatting about it. And she was like, no, that's how that movie ends. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying,
Wow.
it's out there. Other people have this incorrect memory of that movie.
You guys were probably so bored you made up your own ending, which is what I should have done for this.
Oh, I loved this movie.
Well, I'm happy for you. I will
Mhm.
never watch it again.
It did lead to the whale Kiko being released. Uh, it caused a big movement to
It did.
actually free
People did pay
Willy.
attention to this.
Yeah.
We didn't wait till Blackfish for a lot of people, but yeah, they did raise a bunch of money. Unfortunately, the whale was not suited for being in the wild and got pneumonia and died a year after being released.
Yeah. One of the people who was involved in it said that it was still a success in that they improved the whole process of moving up to the release of the whale was a constant improvement of his living conditions, but that likely him living so much of his life in captivity with such immense malnutrition, even if he had adapted better to life in the wild, he was a very sickly orca because of how poor his living conditions had been for so long.
Yeah,
So, anyway, he did get released though, and a lot of people did make a lot of changes, including legislative changes to places like SeaWorld and their ability to capture animals from the wild, which
good.
weirdly fills into why the murder orca Tilcum Tillicum
Telecom.
Tillicum was kept was because he was a very prolific sire. Like he bred a lot of other orcas. And when it became very difficult for them to capture orcas in the wild, they used him as like a breeding stud. And I'm like, yeah, breed the murderous one.
Yeah.
Like, breed a
Uh-oh.
whole generation of like murdering psychopath orcas. That can't possibly be bad.
Oh
Whatever.
God. I hope
Yeah.
are they out there now? Maybe they're in the wild.
Maybe. I mean, it would make a great like Free Willy sequel, like Revenge of Tillicum, and like
A
his children come
great
back.
Sharknado sequel.
Yes.
Telecom NATO.
They can drive their own trucks.
Cum NATO.
Oh God. Is that gonna be the outro clip? I've been liking that addition, I
You
gotta
like
say.
them?
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate it.
Well, I think we covered Free Willy.
Yay!
We did it.
We did it.
And
It's
it
a
was
very
good
good
to get.
one.
This was definitely one that I'm sure a lot of people saw as kids. So it's good. We checked it off the list.
If the email is real and functioning, people should submit movies they would like us to review on it, or in comments down below any of the ways that you are watching this podcast.
Yeah, guys, feel free to hit us in the comments and tell us why I'm wrong. We love it.
Yes, we do love that.
And with that, until next time,
Bye.
goodbye.
Bye bye.
Ah, another movie checked and stowed on movie baggage. Feels good. You know, guys, me and Vic were talking about doing another well known trauma movie like Fern Gully or something. But then we started talking about the logistics of transporting giant animals like Free Willy. And we realized the next movie we really need to watch is Operation Dumbo Drop. Hopefully, that'll answer all our questions. That'll be the next movie. See you then, guys. Bye. This is PG because of the piss. Probably because of the piss.